special lecture demonstration on Muttusvāmi Diksita and Drupad by Dr. Kanikeswaran and his group. We invite Dr. Kanikeswaran to the dais and request Dr. Ramanathan to felicitate him.
Dr. Kanikeswaran is an internationally renowned music composer, educator, and scholar who is known for his sustained contribution to music and community for the past 30 years. Dr. Kanikeswaran is also recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Ohio Heritage Fellowship and the Distinguished Alumnus Award from IIT Madras. Thus, this session promises to be a fascinating exploration of cross-traditional musical currents. We warmly welcome Dr. Kanikeswaran sir. The stage is yours.
Namaskar. Thank you everyone for being here. And, I'm really grateful to IKS and the Ministry of Culture and to Dr. Ramanathan for having me be a part of such an important event. The 250th year of Muttusvāmi Diksita. The topic on which I've written the essay in the publication is the balance of Bhakti and Advaita Vedanta in Dikshita's compositions. But we kind of combined the two presentations together since I'm curating this concert. So we just made it a presentation on Dikshita and Drupad. So, and I'm really grateful to the artists that are going to be partnering in this presentation, which is going to be a combination of an exposition on the topic by myself, as well as live singing from both the traditions. So we have two singers here. One is Vivek Sadasivam, and he's a great grandson of Kalidakuruchi Anantakrishna Iyer, who learned directly from Ambi Dikshita. And it gives me a lot of joy having him here because I have a direct connection with his family. My teacher's name is Saraswati Ammal, who's the daughter of Kalidakuruchi Anantakrishna Iyer. So he is a grandnephew of my guru. So it's very special to have him here. The second is Anant Gundecha from Bhopal. He is the torchbearer of the Dagar tradition. And his family, as well as the lineage of gurus, have been singing Drupad in the Dagar tradition for generations. And of course, I'm sure some in the audience would be familiar with the word Dagar, right? Veera Raja Veera, from that song, which came in Ponniyin Selvan. So that was based on Drupad, which goes Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. So it's the word Drupad gained popularity in the last few months, thanks to the featuring of this tune in the film Ponniyin Selvan 2. So Anant Gundecha. And another thing that I like to point out is that Vivek's given name is Anantaraman. So we have two Anants on stage, and the word Anant means infinite. So once they get into Tanam, it really becomes an exposition on Anantam, Anantam, Anantam. So Ananta, 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 Ananta. So that's hopefully we'll get that kind of a Ananta Pravaham here. And on percussion, we have Ganapati ji. Well-kept secrets. He plays multiple percussion instruments, and really happy he's playing for us. Vivek, could you please introduce the person that's supporting on tambura?
Yeah, on tambura we have Srimati Sita Lakshmi.
Okay. So the topic of this afternoon is Dikshita and Drupad. So Drupad is an older Hindustani music tradition. So in Carnatic music is the music of southern India, whereas Hindustani music is the music of the rest of India. And generally when you say Hindustani music, it's khayal, or instrumental music where you hear the guts on various instruments and all that kind of stuff. Drupad is an older form, which is usually sung in by pairs of vocalists accompanied by Pakhavach. Before we get into why Dikshitar and why Dhrupad, let me ask a fundamental question. See, there have been a lot of lecture demonstrations on the musical richness of Dikshitar. Lots of lecture demonstrations on the lyrical richness of Dikshitar, and all the puzzles and things that he has sandwiched within the lyrics, and so on and so forth. But when we ask ourselves the question, what is Dikshitar trying to convey in his compositions? If you just pause for a second and see, what message is he trying to convey? With Tyagaraja, the message is primarily one of the connection between Tyagaraja and Rama. With Dikshitar, it seems to be all over the place, but then there's a common current. And the common current is, you can describe it in a phrase as Shanmata Upasana. Okay? Rooted deeply in the Advaita Vedantic tradition. So, if you get deeper into it, at the surface level, it's a collection of stutis and so many devatas addressed to so many temples. But at the deeper level, what Dikshita distinguishes is the difference between the Atma and the Anatma. What is real and what is not real. And he makes it extremely clear in some compositions like Anandeshwarena Rakshitoham. Other he calls it out. It's all the composition almost reads like a treatise on Tattva Bodham or something like that, or Kaivalya Namanita Mariya இருக்கும் இந்த பாட்டை படிக்கும் போது. And he echoes similar ideas in Sadhu Jana Chitta Sarasija Udayam. And he also condenses those ideas and throws them liberally onto a notice for a Sahitya. Nityam Shuddham Buddham Muktam and all that. I mean, this is like a children's song where he imposes heavy duty Advaita Vedanta. So on that rock bed of Advaita Vedanta, he features all these upasanas and stutis. But while doing the stutis, he integrates ideas from so many different ideas, basically from so many different fields. He sources all of it from Vedanta, from Tantra, Jyotisha, and Agama Shastras, and temple traditions, festivals, the geographical descriptions of temples like tirthas and vrikshas and so on and so forth, the iconographic descriptions and all that. So it's like the essence of various knowledge systems. And particularly if you look at the description of the Tyagaraja temple in Tiruvarur, there's a board that says, this temple is an illustration of the tattva of Raja Yoga. And guess what? Dikshitar calls Tyagaraja himself as Raja Yoga Vaibhavam, and that is actually written for you on a big board in the temple. So then the whole idea of the Ajapa Natanam, showing the movement of breath and all that kind of stuff. So Yoga Shastra, everything comes into these compositions. So in essence, he has digested the essence of Indian knowledge systems, and he has given an elegant musical interface to share this kind of a thing. But his musical interface is extremely different from those of his contemporaries. I mean, you will not find a Deshadi Tala structure of the Tyagaraja compositions in Dikshitar at all. Similarly, the grand and slow and deliberate elephant walk like Rupaka Tala compositions of Dikshitar, you do not find them with Tyagaraja. You do not find them with Shama Shastri. Even Sudamai later on, which came, they don't have this Gajagati kind of a thing. So you don't find the Edupus starting on anything other than the Samam in most cases. You don't have jerks in the music. So with this, we refer to this as Gajagati as opposed to Ashwagati, which is more like a gallop. So we don't have any gallops except for the lone gallopede in the Notice for Sahityam, Kamalasana Vandita Padabji. So given all this, there is Hindustani music. If you read old books about Dikshitar, what they will say is, oh, our Kasik Perinadar, he learned music from some ustads. I mean, they don't use the word ustads, but he got exposed to Hindustani music, he learned Hindustani music, and those things get reflected in his compositions. Now, there is no record of his having learned from Hindustani musicians, but then there is a similarity. To And what does the similarity look like? Like if you just listen to Drupad and then listen to Dikshita, how is it going to sound? So let's try giving it a listen.
Monitors.
Is it audible?
Di
संवेदिनी मुरली वीणा गान विनोदिनी संवेदिनी
श्री गणेश
सरस्वती विधि युवती
गणपति